Ravens and Packers and Lambeau and Reed inactive for tonight's matchup. He was a late scratch with a hip injury, also battling an ankle issue. Ray Lewis trying to fire up his team. Second quarter, Packers already up 10-0. Aaron Rodgers looking for Donald Driver, but the rookie Ladarius Webb flagged for pass interference. And now Rodgers on a 2nd and 17 decides he's going to keep it himself. 23 yards.
Play all that man coverage. Nobody covers the quarterback. Quarterback runs, keeps you from playing man.
First and goal at the 8-yard line now. It's Rodgers to Donald Driver, who steps over. Packers on top 17-0. The Driver having an unbelievable season. And the Packers, Charles, off and running. But in the third quarter, the tide changed. Rodgers here to Driver, but Chris Carr forces a fumble. It's recovered by Frank Walker.
And it's about a 3-minute period. They got Baltimore right back into the football game.
So here come the Ravens. Joe Flacco to Kelly Washington for a gain of 12 and a first down. 3rd and 7 now. It's Flacco buying time. And he finds Washington again. In for the touchdown. Mike McCarthy challenged, but it was clear it was a touchdown.
Kelly Washington is one of the few Ravens receivers who can catch a cold football on a very cold night.
That's right. The wind chill felt like it was single digits in Green Bay.
Still trying to figure out where the challenge was coming from. Michael and I were watching the game. We're like, you're wasting time on this one. This was pretty simple.
All right, so the Ravens are back in it, 17-7. Rodgers looking for Driver again. Picked off by Jared Johnson. It bounces off of Driver's leg.
Jared Johnson got nice hands for defensive lineman. That's pretty impressive. Yeah,
and look at this. People are wondering about should he have had the catch. Ball didn't even get to his hands. It hit him on the leg and bounced up. And as you noted, Jared Johnson with the great hands.
So the Ravens were out of this game for a half, but they can strike back and get to within 3 points. The very next play, it's Flacco with his big arm looking for Demetrius Williams. Tremont Williams flagged for pass interference.
The best play in the Ravens offense tonight, pass interference on the Packers.
On Tremont Williams.
Yeah, there you go.
Ended up getting at least 3 pass interference calls. Should have been one more that he actually got away with, but he got redemption later.
Baltimore in business. Willis McGahee bum rushes in from 1 yard away. There's a little mini Lambeau leap there, 17-14. Packers trying to find their offense again in the second half. It's Rodgers to Greg Jennings for 21 yards to the 39. All right, so here we go. They can go up 6 points here on this field goal, but Mason Crosby's 38-yard attempt is wide. What are we seeing with these kickers missing these chip shots?
Cold football, tough, slick, tough to handle.
Look at that. They had a little trouble there just getting it down, and then he wasn't able to draw it in. That same thing happened to Sean Sweesom. And with the Redskins game, left it to the right, blocked it out a little bit, didn't pull it in.
So Ed Reed's fired up. His boy is still in it. Flacco steps up, looking for Derek Mason. And Charles Woodson is there. Mason with the catch.
Yeah, but look at what happens here. He doesn't actually push or do anything. He just puts his hands on Charles Woodson. But at first blush, you're going to get nailed for that. Looks like he pushed Charles Woodson by. And if he never touches him, I'm not sure Charles Woodson's able to stop and come back and make the play.
Typically, when the receiver comes back for the ball, they never get called. That one they did.
So Mason caused offensive pass interference and forced the Ravens to punt. There's Rodgers, the Driver, and now it's Rodgers on the move to Jermichael Finley.
Big time.
And Finley, the big boy, gets in. 24-14, Packers on top.
And just think, this guy here came out as a redshirt sophomore out of the University of Texas. He's supposed to still be catching pass from Colt McCoy, getting ready for a national championship game.
He might catch a cold ball.
Aaron Rodgers, by the way. Flacco now, looking for Demetrius Williams. Guess what? Tremont Williams. Flag for pass interference. This one could have been a no call here.
It looked to me like they were both battling at the same time for the football. They could have kept the flag in the pocket, and I think everyone would have understood.
All right, 2 plays later now, to 2nd and goal. The Ravens down by 10. Joe Flacco trying to make a play, but it's Tremont Williams. Redemption, who's there for the pick. Joe Flacco has got to throw that football away. You've got to come away with points here.
Yeah, Joe Flacco, this is a night he wants to forget for a long, long time. You're exactly right. Manage the game. Get 3. Get yourself back in it again. Horrible play.
3 interceptions on the night for Flacco. And, yes, the Ravens did get the ball back, but time was not on their side. Flacco deep over the middle, picked off by A.J. Hawk. And Hawk, with the great presence of mind, have to just get down.
Yeah, don't turn the ball back over again. Everyone's seen the highlight of Robert Meacham stripping it from Kareem Moore the day before. Take care of the football and get down, but a nice job by A.J. Hawk running underneath the pattern, finding the football and picking it off.
Joe Flacco with 3 interceptions on this night, and the Ravens coming up with 310 yards of combined pass interference, or penalties, I should say, not necessarily pass interference. A ton of those yards, though, coming on pass interference calls. Packers go on to win it 27-14.